Hi, my name is Guillermo, and I'm going to show to you some of the results I obtained during my PhD, in which I tried to understand how hormones regulate the aggressive behavior and if this regulation vary across seasons. So to begin with, as you may already know, animals have evolved to cope with a seasonal Earth, where different types of behaviors are expressed in different times of the year, such as hibernation or migration or even reproduction. And this is done mainly because seasonal environmental cues alter the brain, which in turn alter the synthesis of certain hormones, which promote the expression or inhibit the expression of certain behaviors, such as the aggressive behavior. And it has been shown that in most species, this aggressive behavior is coupled to the reproductive season. Nevertheless, it has been reported in mammals and in some mammals and in some birds that aggressive behavior can be uncoupled from reproduction and being expressed outside the breeding season. And these kinds of models offer a great opportunity to understand how aggression is sustained in different physiological contexts. So in this sense, Gymnotus Omarorum, that is a weak electric fish native to Uruguay, is a great model to study aggressive behavior. It has been a well-established neurological model for 30 years that allows field and lab experiments. And in this picture, you can see that its environment changed seasonally. And the first thing to note is that Gymnotus omarorum is a seasonal breeder where both males and female gonads are heavier during the breeding season. So we asked, when does the aggressive behavior occurs in Gymnotus omarorum? So in order to do this, what we done was using wild-caught individuals, then the adic encounter in a gate protocol using intersexual dyads in both seasons. And what we found was that the aggression is persistent year long in Gymnotus omarorum in both males and females, and we didn't found differences in any behavioral parameter in any sex. So what we asked next was, what is the role of the sex steroid in regulating this persistent aggression? It had been reported in mammals and in birds, for instance, that estrogens are key factors that regulate both breeding and non-breeding aggression. So the first thing we did was we measured circulating estrogens and also the expression of brain aromatase, that is the enzyme that produces estrogens in both males and females. And what we found first was, as expected, only breeding females have circulating estrogens, but both males and females in both seasons express aromatase in the brain, at least in the perioptic area, which is a nuclei of the social brain network. And also the brain, the perioptic area is not only a source, but also a target for estrogens, as we found the expression of estrogen receptors in both males and females in both seasons. Oh, sorry. So what we would want to do to assess if estrogens regulate the aggressive behavior was to do in the same behavioral paradigm. What we did was to inject fadrozole, that is a drug that inhibits the synthesis of estrogens. And we inject this drug 30 minutes prior to the fight. And what we found was that estrogen controlled aggression in a seasonal manner, where in both sexes there were this treatment diminish aggression only during the non-breeding season, but in the breeding season it has no effect. So the conclusions of this work is, first, aggression is persistent throughout the year in Gymnotus omarorum uncoupled from a seasonal physiology in both sexes. During the non-breeding season, the brain is the only source of estrogens, and these neuroestrogens affect aggression in a seasonal manner. So the main conclusion may be that there is a seasonal plasticity in the hormonal mechanism that underlie aggression. So that's all. Thank you for listening to me. And if you have any question, I'm more than glad to answer to that.